Motorola's predominant days are since a long time ago over with regards to smartphones. However, the organization has been working back with a progression of unobtrusively superb phones throughout the past little while. Generally, those have been restricted to the mid-range or less expensive premium phones. However, the Edge 30 Ultra is a good all-fashioned Android lead, with camera specs, charging velocities, and performance to match the best. I approached the Edge 30 Ultra with a dash of distrust. Motorola phones don't actually feel extremely energizing, all things considered, and leads generally need a little expectation to them to excite. Yet this is effectively perhaps of the most amazing phone I've involved at any point in the year, and a great Android choice. Design and strength, smooth and basic, stunningly thin, no IP rating for water opposition. The Edge 30 Ultra dazzles from the very start thanks to a smooth design. That is not exactly striking, however, is alluring an adequate number of in its effortlessness. Here in the UK, the phone is just accessible in dark. However, a white model is accessible somewhere else. One way or the other, this is a monochrome encounter that is a long ways from the great leads of different brands. Indeed, even the camera module feels reduced and limited by 2022 guidelines. The somewhat finished back glass on my dark model has a kind of glossy silk sheen and a slight shimmer to it that I like yet don't cherish. However, I truly do wish it wasn't interfered with by two separate Motorola logos. With a 667 in display, it is a genuinely huge phone. However, Motorola has excelled at relieving this. Both the display and body are bended around the edges to keep the phone agreeable to hold, while the thickness of 8.4 millimeters and weight just underneath 200 grams make this one of the slimmer and lighter Android leads out there. The large disadvantage here is truly to solidness. The two sides of the phone are covered with Corning Gorilla Glass. However, it's the more seasoned and less intense Gorilla Glass 5, not the fresher Victus standard. More regrettable still, its IP rating is a humble IP52, and that implies it isn't completely protected against residue or water. It will actually want to take downpour drops. However, assuming you drop it in the pool, this phone probably will not get by. This is maybe the greatest concession Motorola has made to hold its valuing down, and one of the significant reasons somebody could wonder whether or not to pick the Edge 30 Ultra over different opponents. Yet, on the off chance that you wouldn't fret a somewhat more delicate phone, then there probably won't be a lot of in it. Screen and speakers, 144 Hz refresh rate, brilliant OLED board, somewhat metallic sound system speakers. The display is one of the Ultra's title specs, on the grounds that Motorola has stuffed in an OLED board with a lightning-quick 144 Hz refresh rate. That is not absolutely incredible. However, so far refresh rates above 120 Hz have been restricted to gaming phones, where the advantages to approach rates are apparently most prominent. A screen this quick is a peculiarity and a more customary lead, and keeping in mind that it's surely not unwanted, I truly do consider the amount it will truly add to the experience for the typical client. The distinction versus a 120 Hz screen is unquestionably difficult to recognize. It's an extraordinary board in any case regardless, with fabulous variety range and a pinnacle brilliance that is excessively splendid, yet makes this simple to involve even in direct daylight. The curve at the edges is inconspicuous enough that even level screen fans shouldn't have an excessive amount to grumble about, with great palm discovery to forestall unplanned contact. Essentially, the screen is perfect, yet you probably shouldn't give a lot of consideration to the 144 Hz promotion. The speakers intrigue less, their sound system at any rate, yet the sound is slender and metallic generally. Phone speakers don't make any difference much to me, and they could not to you either, but rather on the off chance that they are a spec you care about, you'll track down much better sound from most comparatively evaluated other options. Specs and performance. Most impressive chipset around at send-off, 12GB SLAM and 256GB stockpiling. The Edge 30 Ultra is fueled by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which at the hour of composing is the most impressive Android chip accessible, however destined to be superseded by the 8 Gen 2. Obviously, it makes this a really strong gadget. Truth be told, it enlisted the second most elevated score we've at any point found in the Geekbench 5 multi-center computer processor test, only somewhat behind the Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Performance somewhere else is extraordinary as well, and gaming performance is assisted along by the utilization of a FHD Plus with displaying goal of 1080x24, which even saw two of the less difficult GFX bench graphical benchmarks break the 120 FPS line, and truly capitalize on the 144 Hz screen. How might this all affect everyday use? Indeed, this phone is quick, liquid, and incredibly responsive. It's adequate to game on, and packs a very sizable amount of force for even the most requesting smartphone client, particularly since the default rendition of the phone ships with 12GB RAM and 256GB of storage. However, this will fluctuate by market. Wireless availability doesn't disappoint either, with Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2 upheld, alongside NFC for contactless installments. Biometrics aren't terrible by the same token. A genuinely quick, unique finger impression sensor is incorporated into the actual display, alongside a less protected face open choice in the event that you like photographs and video. First phone with 200MP camera. Incredible triple camera, however normal around evening time. No proper periscopic zoom. The Edge 30 Ultra's title snatching spec is its 200MP. However, entertainingly enough, while it's a strong camera, I wouldn't think of it as one of the phone's most grounded places. Battery and charging. Awesome, 2-day battery duration. Incredibly quick 125W charging. Wireless charging as well. Most leader phones fail on battery. It's generally the main region that less expensive phones really succeed in. That is the reason it's been so refreshing to find that the Edge 30 Ultra dependably endures me an entire 2 days with what I'd think about genuinely run-of-the-mill use, killing battery nervousness completely. Oddly, this isn't seen so obviously in our battery benchmark, where it scored a genuinely normal outcome. However, in everyday utilize, the phone has blown me away. It's down to a mix of the Proficient 8 Plus Gen 1 chip and a really liberal 4610 mAh battery. Yet what makes a difference is that I typically head to sleep with 70+% battery left and can run the phone until sleep time the following night prior to getting back to the charger. Wireless charging is here as well, and will work with any viable charger. The phone really upholds up to 50W wireless charging speeds, yet this requires the organization's true turbo power 50W wireless charging stand. And at the hour of composing, this isn't even discounted in the UK, so it's not satisfactory for when you'd have the option to take advantage of it. Software and updates. Ships with Android 12. Near stock, yet with additional features. 3 Android refreshes promised. Software is one more key strength here. The 30 Ultra forces Android 12 to leave the container, and the experience is very near individual's thought process of a stock Android, which it's lean, straightforward, and simple to utilize. The visuals are exemplary Android, and Motorola hasn't wasted time with regards to the format or association of the operating system. What it adds is a couple of additional stunts. My most loved are the consistently on display notice controls. Tap and hang on a symbol to peruse your warnings without opening the phone, with speedy swipe choices to excuse them, or even use app explicit choices like denoting a message as perused. It's fast, simple, and something I wish each Android phone advertised. Exemplary Motorola choices return here, including customization choices and a couple of signal-based easy routes like a 2-fold karate cleave to turn on the light. It's all discretionary, yet at the same generally supportive. Finally, thanks for watching this video. See you again next time.